Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been 4 months since I have done my last Empties video, and that is what I'm here to do today, to go through my beauty trash. I feel like my Empties videos used to get a lot more views than they've gotten lately, so maybe y'all don't really care about these, but I personally love filming them to self-document the products that I've gone through and my thoughts on them. Because of the nature of what I do, I go through a lot of products. So it's gonna be way more than if I did not do YouTube, but it is still products that I've genuinely gone through. I got a comment on my last Empties saying that I was lying about the products that I went through and there's no way that I could use that much. Yeah, I don't gain anything from lying to y'all about what's empty. I mean, I really don't. I'm trying to think of how I could gain something from that. I go through these. If I don't use them on the face, I use them on the body or the hair. They are used. So let's jump in because I have quite a few to go through. I will start with how I do my routine. So let's start with cleansers. I have 6 cleansers. Well, one of them's kind of a cleanser. I'll go ahead and start with that one. It's an eye makeup remover from Ulta Beauty. This is the waterproof eye and lip makeup remover. I got this because I was completely out of my Sephora eye makeup remover, which has been a favorite of mine for years and years and years. And I needed something quick. So I went to my closest Sephora and they were sold out there. So then I went kind of right next door to Ulta and got this because I just needed something. It was fine. I mean, it wasn't like knock you down. It wasn't enough for me to repurchase. However, the Sephora is not my favorite anymore. Ever since I got the chamomile water from Body Shop makeup remover, hands down my favorite. I love that stuff for eye makeup remover. So that will be what I continue to repurchase. I have a couple of cleansing oils, which is technically my first step at night for removing makeup. This is the Dermatology Pre-Cleansing Oil. I do like this one. I do not like the scent. It is pretty heavy on lavender, which is not a favorite of mine. But if you like lavender as a scent, you're gonna love this. I feel like it worked really well at removing the makeup and SPF on my face before I went in with a second cleanse. It is a little bit heavier and a little bit thicker than some of my other favorite cleansing oils. So I did not go to repurchase this, but I did like it. And then my number one cleansing oil at the moment is the Numbuzin Easy Peasy Cleansing Oil. So I went through this one and I had another one in backup that I'm currently using. But this is the most similar, in my opinion, to my old favorite, the MAC Cleanse Off Oil, which they discontinued, which I was very upset about until I found this one, which again is similar in consistency and how it works on the face. So right now, this one is my favorite. And then I have 3 cleansers I went through. This one looks like there's some down at the bottom, but there's really not much at all. It's the Osea Ocean Cleanser, which I think I talked about in a favorites. I love this cleanser. I love the way it smells. It's a cream consistency, so it's great for dry skin. It does a good job at cleansing the skin. I like it for a morning cleanse. I'm not saying it wouldn't work as a second cleanse, but I just prefer to use it in the morning. And I do have another one that I'm going through right now. Glass bottle. I love Osea products. They're really, really good. I haven't tried one yet that I don't like for both body and face. And then these 2 are probably my favorite cleansers in my Empties. The One Step Multi Cleanse from Definage. It's such a good cleanser, y'all. I have sung its praises for a good reason. I love this so much. It does an excellent job of cleansing. I use it as my second cleanse, but it is a gel formulation that can be used for first and second cleanse if you wanted to. It's just really, really good. And then the Molecular Silk Amino Hydrating Cleanser from Allies of Skin. Also very good. I like using this in the morning. I like using this at night. But this is also one that you could use as a first and second cleanse as well. So definitely 2 favorites right here, 2 of which I had backups of and am using currently. So those are all of my cleansers. Let's hop into serums, which is always the biggest category. Again, if I use a serum and I just think it's okay on the face, I am not going to waste it. I will either give it to someone in my life who will get good use out of it, or I will use it on my body. But I do think the majority of these were actually used on the face. Now keep in mind, it's been 4 months and I was almost done with some of these the last time I did my Empties. So some of these have been empty for like more like 5 months. Let's start with the ones that I am currently still using. I'm not quite sure when this video is going up, but I will be doing an updated AM and PM routine in the month of November. So it may have already gone up or it may be going up after this, but stay tuned for that because some of these I still use, some of them I don't. The ones that I do are as follows. One of my all-time favorites, Definage 8-in-1 Serum. Love this so much. I'm currently on my 3rd bottle as of right now. I used to use this years ago and I've talked about how I don't really know why I stopped, but I'm so glad I started again. And I have lots of videos on Definage if you want to get more in-depth details on what this does and why I love it. But yes, I am currently using this one. The Neogenesis Recovery Advanced Cellular Serum. This is a stem cell serum, and it is one that I have gone through multiple bottles of. And I currently am finishing up a recovery, but I have a booster on the way. So booster has a little bit less percentage of the stem cells, but it has added hydration benefits to it, which I tend to gravitate to more in the fall and winter. That was slick right there. Neogenesis Recovery, always will be in my rotation. This is one that when I think this is my second empty of this, and when I first used it, I wasn't expecting much out of it. And it was kind of like, well, the joke's on me because I personally found like I got a lot out of it. And it's from Beauty Pie, and it's their Youth Balm 360-degree Facelift Serum. This is good stuff, y'all. This is good stuff. It's very, very thin. So I almost use it as either an essence step or definitely my very first serum. And I typically use this at night. I have used this on the body, but I really love it on the face. They have Youth Balm. I think they have a Youth Balm body cream now. They've really extended the line of the Youth Balm products on Beauty Pie. But this is just a peptide firming, lifting, tightening, visibly softens lines and wrinkles. Lots of claims, but what I feel like it does for me is just soften the skin and almost give me like a luminosity without making me look dewy. It just brightens my skin. I just feel like my skin looks a little bit healthier when I have this in my rotation. So I do have another one I'm using currently. And again, I think this is my second empty of the Youth Balm. Another one I'm currently using is the Medicate Crystal Retinol Serum. This is in the number 10, which I'm using because that's what I had as a backup, but I could use number 20. Now, again, I don't know when this is going up, but I have started incorporating Tret back into my routine after about 4 months off of it, but I am not using it every single night. And on the nights that I don't use it, I'm either using this or my Truology A2 serum, which is another retinaldehyde. But Medicate's fabulous. It's a great brand all around. I have used multiple tubes of this and I highly recommend if you are someone who doesn't want to use Tret, but still wants something a little bit stronger and less irritating than retinol, you're gonna wanna look for a retinaldehyde, and that is what this is. And then finally, the Allies of Skin 35% vitamin C for perfecting serum. Still using this in rotation of my vitamin Cs. I really like it. Allies of Skin is another favorite skincare brand of mine. This not only has 25% of L-ascorbic acid, it has 10% of tetrahexacyl ascorbate, superoxide dismutase, and glutathione complex. And I have said in other videos, Allies of Skin really does not do one-off products. They make sure all of their products have lots of benefits within one product, and this is no different. So 35% vitamin C. They do have I believe a 20% as well, but this is the one that I've been using. This is the second one I've gone through, and I'm currently on my 3rd, I believe. Is that right? I think. All right, so let's talk about some serums that I used up, but I'm not currently using in my routine. And honestly, it's not because one of them I didn't really love, but it's not because they're not good. In fact, there's some of them you're probably gonna be surprised they're not in my routine anymore because they have been for years, but I'm really trying to simplify my routines more. And I just feel like these are ones that I could give up and see how my skin reacts. The first one that I think you're gonna be the most surprised. Now, don't get me wrong, I still have one that is on my vanity that I have in the case that I feel like I need it, and it's Osmosis Rescue. I love this serum for redness. I love it for just calming the skin, for anti-inflammation. It's great. So if I feel like my skin is in need of a little bit of a break, maybe it's just going through too much, I will just use Rescue and a moisturizer, and that's it. I will give my skin the break it needs. It's just not in my daily rotation at the moment. Another one is the Sente Dermal Contour Pressed Serum. Now, I talked about, I think the last Empties, that I had one that I was using, which is this one, and then I was going to finish it up and kind of give a little break in my routine from this product to see if I noticed a huge difference. And right now I don't. And I think it's because, not because this is not a fabulous product, because it is. And I love Sente, really love everything that they have that I've tried. It's that I feel like the routines that I have right now are just working for me. I had the scare with some texture. I had to cut back on some things. And I just realized, okay, I finally found the sweet spot, I feel like, right now. That is not to say that this will not come back into my rotation at some point. It's just right now it's not in it. Same with the Truth Treatments Hyaluronic Mineral Hydrator. This is something that I used to always mix in with my Transdermal C Serum and the Biomimetic Mineral Mist. And it's great if you need like lots of extra hydration, but I feel like out of those three, if you're gonna take one out of it, this would be the one that you would take. I'm still using the Transdermal C and the Mist. I just am not currently using this with it. This is something that I think it's just because I found other neck creams that I love, but if you are someone that's like, I really need something that I feel like is gonna make a huge difference in my neck, this is something that I did see a big difference with. The Clarity Keep Your Chin Up Age Defying Neck Serum. I have another one of these in backup. I honestly need to get it out because I use this in conjunction with neck creams, and I do feel like it makes a big difference. Clarity is a great brand, and this, I did see a difference with this. So not necessarily my routine now, but it might be starting tonight because I do think I have one in backup. Another Clarity product is the Brighten It 10% Lactic Acid Solution. This is a fabulous exfoliating toner. It is a liquid exfoliator. It is just 10% lactic acid, and it's great. I have gone through more than a couple of these bottles. I have sung its praises for reasons. It's fabulous. I have changed my way of exfoliating. That's the only reason that this product is not currently in my rotation, and I will get into more of that in my nighttime routines. Another one that I used that was just okay, I just don't know that I really think it was worth the price, was the Cosmedix Cell ID Nutritive Defense Serum. It was okay. It was okay. I didn't see a major difference. It did not warrant a repurchase from me, but I did use it up. And then the last serum is one that I just feel like my skin didn't like it after a while. When I first started using it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I kind of like this for like a week. And then after a while, I was like, maybe my skin doesn't like it. It just kind of looked a little rougher as I was using this. And this is the Dermatology Needleless Serum. Now, I know a lot of people just rave about this serum. It is a copper peptide serum. There's lots of other things in it. It's not just copper peptides. Here's the thing though. I just don't know that my skin loves copper peptides. I might eventually try another product. I feel like I tried something else with copper peptides in it. My skin kind of did the same thing. So I'm not saying it's this serum. I think it's just copper peptides in general that my skin is not the biggest fan of. But because of that, I didn't repurchase. I finished using this on my body. I would mix it in with my moisturizer after the shower, and that's how I finished it up because I didn't want to waste it. Oh, and this one, Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peel. This is the empty box. This came with 30 treatments. I would use this once a week, so it lasted a very long time, and it is still highly recommended by me. These are some of my favorite exfoliating pads / treatment / exfoliator in general ever. Highly recommend them. Again, I'm changing up how I'm exfoliating, so I didn't repurchase these. But if I ever go back to using something like this, this will be the first thing I repurchase, even over the Clarity, because I absolutely love them and cannot recommend them enough. So that's all of the serums. Let's jump in real quick to a couple of eye creams that I went through, one of which I was not overly impressed with, one of which I loved, but I'm just going through so many other ones right now that I didn't repurchase. The Neocutis Lumiere Firm Illuminating and Tightening Eye Cream. I don't think I saw the results from this that everybody else that sings its praises does. I'm not saying it's a bad eye cream. It didn't make my under eyes look worse, but I just didn't necessarily see huge benefits from it, especially not enough to be like, oh yes, I want to reorder that. I want to have it in my rotation. It was just kind of a meh product for me. Now, the Alastin Restorative Eye Treatment is one of my favorite eye creams of all time. It probably always will be, and it will eventually come back into my collection once I work through other eye creams that I am using right now and loving, to be quite honest. I just didn't see the sense of adding another one to that rotation for fear of being wasteful, because it would have been wasteful. I just really need to go through some of the eye creams that I have now, but this will forever be in my probably top 3 eye creams of all time. It's fabulous. Next is moisturizers. I have a couple of moisturizers, neck, couple for face, couple for body. Let's talk about the face ones real quick. The Osea Advanced Protection Cream. This was great. This was a great moisturizer. It has a tiny, tiny, tiny bit left down in there, not enough for a full face. I really love this. I had it in a favorites one month, I remember, and it was for a reason, because it was just good. My face loved it. I have a travel size. They sent me like a bestsellers minis kit, and there's a travel size in there that I'm tempted to use now, but I'm really saving it for when I actually do travel. But again, Osea has been a brand that has really impressed me this year, and this moisturizer is no different. This Bay Harbor Beauty Hydrating Water Gel is one of my favorite daytime summer moisturizers because it is super hydrating without being overly hydrating. It is a gel consistency. It works really well under makeup. I've gone through quite a few of these and highly recommend it for, again, the hotter months if you have more normal to dry skin, or all the months if you have more oily to combination skin. Definage 24/7 Barrier Balance Cream. Love this. Love it so much. You don't have to use this with the 8-in-1 Bio Serum. I use a lot of other moisturizers in rotation with this one, and I still use the Bio Serum afterwards. It still works great, but they do work great together because they are from the same line. And this is just a really good barrier supporting, lightweight cream, but I still feel like I can use it at night and get plenty of moisture. A couple of neck creams. The Neofirm Neck and Décolletage Tightening Cream from Neocutis. I liked this one, but again, it wasn't one that I was like, yes, I must repurchase. I know some people, this is like the holy grail of neck creams for them. And again, it was fine. It was fine. It just wasn't like the Clarity Neck Serum or like the next one I'm going to talk about, which is the Definage 6-Week Perfection Neck Cream. Finished this one up and I'm currently using another one. I love this stuff. It will show you results, and I'm going to pair it with my Clarity once I get that out of backup, because those two together are heavenly. Love it a lot, and yes, it is currently in my rotation. 2 that I used on my body. This is my favorite hand cream. Now, when you see it and you look it up, you're gonna be like, oh, that's an expensive hand cream. And it is an expensive hand cream. Do not get me wrong. I do use my own discount code when I purchase this, but also it lasts me a year, if not more. It's the Restoresea Pro Intensive Hand Treatment. It's good. It's good. I keep it in my purse. My girls use it. I use it, especially this time of year. I use it multiple times a day as my hands start getting very dry and crackly. It's good on the elbows. It's good on the whole body. I wouldn't suggest using it on the whole body because it wouldn't last long enough to warrant the price tag, in my opinion. But it is very, very good. If you go back to Harbin House's podcast, Courtney interviews the owner of this brand, and she talks about how she kind of started the brand and how she realized that the main ingredient that she uses in her products started to transform the skin of the hands of some workers that were using this ingredient in their work. And I just see a difference when I use this on my hands. And then another one, this is the Dr. Dennis Gross Vitamin C and Lactic Acid Oil-Free Radiant Moisturizer. I did not use this on my face. This was sent to me. I didn't use it on my face because I don't want to use lactic acid every day. And I just couldn't remember to use it once a week or twice a week as an exfoliating /step. So I use this especially on my upper arms, and I really feel like the lactic acid in it helped with my KP, which tends to get really bad on my upper arms in the summer, and I loved it for that. So I ended up using that one on my body. And then finally for skincare, I have 2 sunscreens that I went through. The only reason it's not more than that is because I'm rotating through so many sunscreens right now. So many. Both of these though were instant repurchases. In fact, when I found that I was getting near the end of them, I went ahead and reordered because they are in my top 5. Like, I love these so much. The first is the ISDIN Photo Ere Perez Ageless SPF 50. This is the tinted version. They also have a non-tinted version. I love the tinted version because it just warms up my skin a little bit. It evens the skin tone out a little bit. You can still see my redness under it, but it just gives an overall more even look. Very, very lightweight. It sinks into the skin so quickly and it's perfect under makeup. And I have said time and time again that this one is one of my favorites for reapplying on top of itself. So if I am out and I'm not wearing makeup and I'm gonna be out in the sun for a long time and I'm gonna need to reapply every couple of hours, this is the one that I'm gonna use because I can reapply over the top of itself and it will never feel heavy. It will never pill under itself. It will always work. It's the only one I took to Disney with me last year and reapplied all day long, kept it in my backpack, and just, it worked so well for me. I did not get a single tinge of pink on my face and it was sunny all week long. Love this so much. And then this is the one that I'm actually using today. It's the Numbuzin Pure Full Calming Water Sunscreen. This is a very lightweight sunscreen. It is a K-Beauty sunscreen, so it's not, this is mineral-based, by the way. This is not mineral-based, but it has a lot of filters that we don't have in the US that work really well for me. I would not use this if I was gonna be sweating, although they do, I think, claim that this is a little bit more water resistant than some of the other K-Beauty sunscreens, but I just tend to wear it when I know I'm gonna be wearing makeup or not gonna be like by the pool or the beach or super sweaty. It's really, really good protection. It is so cosmetically elegant under makeup. I mean, I just can't tell you. Everything looks good over this. Everything. So I quickly repurchased this when I was getting to the end of it. Love both of these so very much. All right, 3 little self-tanning products that I went through. Bronze Fox tanning drops from Farmhouse Fresh. Y'all, Farmhouse Fresh is a fabulous brand. I love their body butters, their body lotions. Someone told me their masks are great. I haven't tried them, but I need to look into them. I love their body oils, and these are tanning. It's an oil-based tanning drop that I mix in with my moisturizer, and it gives a very subtle color to the skin. It's great for this time of year when I really only need to keep my arms like having a little bit of color. I mean, my legs don't see the light of day during the fall and winter, so I don't need to worry about that. But it's really good. Farmhouse Fresh, good brand. Gone through a couple of these and I actually need to repurchase a backup. I haven't yet, but I will. And then 2 self-tanners. This is the Saint Tropez Self-Tan Berry Sorbet. They sent me this one. I liked it. It was a limited edition berry fragrance, and it definitely was a berry fragrance, and I felt like it actually lingered. So it was one that, like, when I self-tan at night and I would wake up in the morning, I could still smell it. So if that's something you like, maybe look into this. Again, it was limited edition. I don't even know if it's available anymore, but I did go through that. But my favorite is the Coco and Eve Sunny Honey. This is one that I've gone through a few of. This is actually the dark. I started with the medium, but the dark works really well too. Very even tan, easy to apply, never streaked on me, fades evenly. Really like this. All right, almost done. I just have a couple of very random ones. I'm not including any makeup in this one because I feel like I never have time to, and my makeup empty bag is huge right now. But these are 2 sprays that I went through in my makeup kit, my professional makeup kit. This is the Lawless Longwear Setting Spray. It's okay. It's not my favorite. The Charlotte Tilbury is still my favorite that I use in my kit, but I did finish this. And then the Jane Iredale Smell the Roses Hydration Spray. The reason I use this is because I do use a lot of Jane Iredale products in my professional kit. Whenever I use the Amazing Base or the Pure Press Base, I like to set it down with one of their hydration sprays. Rose is not a huge love of mine as far as scents go, so I knew I was probably not going to be using this a lot myself. So I put it in my kit and quickly went through it because I use Jane Iredale a lot. So finished those 2 sprays up. I finished up my Scoro Lash Eyelash Volumizing Growth Serum. This is my eyelash serum of choice lately. In fact, I think I'm on my third one of these. They're very affordable. The regular price is $35, but they often run discounts. So I feel like I feel like I've paid full price for one of them and more like $25 for the other two. This is a prostaglandin-free eyelash serum that I started using just because I saw some pretty compelling before and afters, and I don't ever really know if I can believe those. So I was like, you know what, for 25 bucks, I'm gonna try it. And I actually really think that this works. I like the results I get from this. I have maintained great length using this, and I don't have to worry about any side effects. I never personally had side effects from any of the prostaglandin lash serums that I used, but I know that sometimes they can creep up later. I just wanted to try it. I wanted to give y'all another option too, and I've just been kind of hooked on it. So Scoro Lash, and then I finished my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is in Mint Choco, which is my favorite. I just love chocolate mint. Love it so much. And I will say that even though I did haul a Laneige gift set from the Sephora sale, I typically get my Laneige products from Stylevana because they are way cheaper. Just give you a little tip there. I will link it to Stylevana so you can see the prices for those. That is it. That is my long empties video. Yes, I did empty all of these out on myself personally. I will list everything that I can because, you know, there's only so many characters I can put down in the description box, but I will list everything I can and link them. And if I have any discount codes, I will put those with them as well. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.